Hey everybody, Caleb here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another video talking youth ministry, how-to tips, what can help you out, recommendations, things like that. If you usually check the channel out for some of our other kinds of videos, know those are coming back, but my hope in this season is to help collaborate and equip youth ministries to do their best with social distancing, quarantine, all this craziness going on. And so today we're talking about how you will be able to take your youth ministry from your current social distance quarantine model back towards your normal model. You know what? We were flipped on our head overnight going online. Let's make sure we're not getting flipped on our head to go back. Let's have a plan and a purpose behind the things we're doing. But first, really quick, before we jump into that, drop a like on this video and make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss what we have coming out. And if you're a youth ministry fighting strong for community, make sure you like this video. We're in this together. But let's jump on in and let's talk about those 4 things that are going to help you get back to your normal services. All right, so you guys, I just want to say right off the bat, make sure you're honoring all of the guidelines and specifications given by your local government. Make sure you're honoring those things. We want to make sure that we're doing these things wise, with health in mind, making sure we're taking care of our people, but still fighting for community with what we can do. And so, number 1, my thing that's going to help you guys make your game plan, start small. Don't think, how are we going to get back to our large services again? How are we going to get back to even just our normal services? It doesn't have to be that big, but just back to normal. Guess what? Start as small as you can. Think about that first baby step you could do that would be so incredible. A lot of us, you might be doing online services using Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube Live. That's amazing. That's what our youth ministry that I get to work at has been doing. And you know what? Our first step is the moment we can do watch parties. I live in the Pacific Northwest, and so we're waiting for when our governor will allow us to maybe do groups of even 10 to 20, where we can have a small group that's doing, yes, social distancing, that's using hand sanitizer, washing their hands, wearing little face masks, things like that, staying safe, but having it where we could maybe have some small watch parties and get together in person. That would be so amazing. That's our starting small step 1 that we are anticipating and already planning for right now. So start small, figure out your first step, and start planning for it now so it's not just sprung upon you, but you're ready for it for when it comes. Number 2, with that in mind, when we might start having not full gatherings, welcome back, but those kind of smaller group gatherings, or when we're allowed to gather in groups outside, that kind of a deal, think about the fact that number 2, summer is coming. What can you do outside that will be a win? Maybe it's meeting in a parking lot at your church and having somebody up in a truck with some speakers playing worship music, and you got students that can gather and be able to be spaced out, maybe in trunks of cars, in the bed of trucks, things like that. Being able to worship together in person with safety in mind. Summer is coming. What can you do outside to still have safety and health in mind, but also fighting for your community to get together in different kinds of ways? Number 3, start making your social distance service plan now. Start thinking about how the venue in which you meet, whether it is a living room, whether it's a gymnasium, whether it's an auditorium, how can you set up that space in a way that allows social distancing to still be available? Most likely for a lot of us, when we start gathering, we're going to have to follow some strict social distance guidelines. So think, what's the most strict wording that it could be? What is the most rigorous regulations that could be in place? And how can we make those be facilitated well and respectfully within our venue? And start planning that out now, because the moment that you're able to jump on that and start doing those services, you want to do it, but you want to do it well. You want to do it in a way that is honoring the people around you. And number 4, it's very simple. Do what you can. Right now, for a lot of us, we're doing what we can by doing online type services or Zoom groups, things like that. So great. But as we take steps forward, just do what you can. It's so easy to get discouraged by thinking about what we can't do, but think about what you can do. Think about the steps you're able to start taking and starting to see progress made as you're fighting for community within your youth ministry. All right, you guys, so that's all I have for you today. Those 4 things that I hope are going to help you guys, whether it's having just some inspiration, some vision, or some ideas to be able to have a game plan as we're getting back from COVID-19 and going back towards what our new normal is going to look like. If you guys don't mind, I'm not the only one with ideas. Comment down below. What are some things your youth ministry is already planning to do as you're going to be going from your online or your more stripped back kind of a layout to your normal layout? What are your ideas? What do you guys got? Share those in the comments. We want to encourage one another well. Also, if you don't mind, drop a like on this video if you're fighting for community as a youth ministry. And if you got a moment, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 300 and you guys can help us get there so much faster. It means so much to me to know that people are enjoying this content and checking it out. And so with that being said, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you have a great rest of your week and I will see you next week.